right, this just in, Attorney General Pam Bondi suing the state of Maine over refusing to comply with a ban on trans athletes in high school sports. CNN's Paula Reed has all the details and is just coming in now at the Justice Department for us. Paula, what did the Attorney General say and what happens now?
Well, of course, this follows that high-profile confrontation between Maine's governor and President Trump earlier this year, where the governor made it clear she did not intend to comply with his executive order banning transgender athletes from girls' sports. And she said, "See you in court." Well, now that is a reality, but this also seemed like the natural next step in this ongoing controversy, because shortly after that confrontation in the White House, the state of Maine faced a barrage of federal retaliation. Multiple agencies, including the Department of Agriculture, Health and Human Services, the Department of Education, and the Department of Justice, threatened federal funding. The Attorney General back in February sent Maine a letter saying that it had to comply. So it's not surprising that we're here 2 months later filing this lawsuit. Here's what the Attorney General said about her effort today. Let's take a listen.
This is about sports. This is also about these young women's personal safety. I've met many of these women throughout the past weeks and months, and what they have been through is horrific. We have exhausted every other remedy. We tried to get Maine to comply. We don't like standing up here and filing lawsuits. We want to get states to comply with us. That's what this is about.
Now, the state of Maine says there are only 2 transgender athletes participating in girls' sports at this time. So, look, there are legitimate questions here about whether the fact that this governor stood up to President Trump in a very public way resulted in almost the full force of the federal government being used against that state. But look, this is an issue that is played out across the country. And the Attorney General signaled today she may file lawsuits against other states.
And the Attorney General also speaking today more about the case of the Maryland man who is mistakenly deported to El Salvador. What's she saying?
Yeah, our colleague from Fox News asked her whether the government would present evidence that Mr. Abrego Garcia was connected to MS-13. He pressed her, why not make that evidence public? She made no commitment to make that public. And it's clear at this time the Justice Department has no intention of bringing him back. Notably, she was also asked about why the Justice Department has prioritized acts of violence at Tesla dealerships and whether it will do the same for the recent arson attack at the governor of Pennsylvania's home. Now, she did say that they're working alongside state partners, but did not appear to commit to the idea that that was any form of domestic terrorism or a full-blown federal investigation. So again, the Attorney General, she's done a lot of press conferences, and it was good that she took questions on a variety of topics.
Yeah. Paula Reed, great to see you. Thank you so much. John.